What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. We are down here, girl. What is going on? I have to watch, um, girl, I have to watch Real Housewives of New York City. Girl, they said Karen Huger is going to be sentenced today, girl. I was thinking about that yesterday, Karen Huger, and like what's going on with her and how we're witnessing like what's going on with with her. And I'm like, there are so many people that are having a similar experience to Karen, a DUI, second DUI, knocking down trees, mowing down the people down the road, girl, just doing a bunch of driving up trees, girl. And it's really sad because like as a public figure, you don't want to face the public. And then there are some people like, she doesn't have to. She has a right to keep this part of her life private. And I would agree. But then when you're in the cop car talking about Andy Cohen calls me the Grand Dame, right? Do you know who Andy Cohen is? And she asked him, do you know who did she say she dropped Potomac and dropped Andy's last name? So I was like, so if you can drop the name trying to make it seem like you are some movie star, honey, then you can be public about what's going on with you. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if she what the sentence is. They said she was in rehab. She's already out of rehab. What kind of rehab did she go to? They do like a 48-hour rehab or something. So she went to rehab conveniently on the day of filming. Did they do a Skype with her when they were filming the reunion? Girl, I'm not sure. Anyways, so let's see what's going on down to the
I sponsor the now I sponsor the
Let me
blog.
tell you something.
blogs. Right. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is worried about Sweet Tea, Tanisha, and her old bunched up mouth down to the internet with her hat tilted to the side, girl. Is it, girl? Let me shut up, because that's so weird for her to come out. Did somebody tell you to come out and say that the woman? And that's what's crazy, right? You are married to a man that a woman left. You turn around to that woman and tell her that she's jealous of you. I've had that happen to me. I've had a woman tell me after I left the man that I wanted her life. They're divorced now, but she told me I wanted her life. She couldn't take it anymore. And good for her. Good for her, girl. Girl, you are nuts to think that Quad Webb is jealous of you. That's nuts. And you know what? And it's really good that you are married to a psychiatrist, because I'm sure he has a good referral for you to go sit down and talk to someone about why you think your husband's ex-wife is jealous of you while you are filming on a show that she stars in. She's a cast. She's a fan. She used to be a fan favorite. I don't know if she's still a fan favorite, but the girls like, some of the girls like Quad. Some of them don't. You didn't know 100% of the people are never gonna like you. So that's just life. But she has the personality to be on television. You don't. You're married to medicine, but you ain't reality TV. Nothing. You need to be off of our screens. Literally, it would be in your best interest to go back into private citizenship. Because girl, get out of here. Go away.
But keep my husband out of it.
At least she's married to medicine, but she's not good for TV. Get her crooked face off of my TV. Get her face off of my TV. Girl, that's crazy to think that Quad is jealous of you. That's like, I don't know. Mimi Faust shares that she was the product of her mother's affair didn't learn who her real father was until she was 16 years old. While Mimi has a lot, her mother was also into Scientology. Her mother was a Scientologist, and like it affected their relationship. Baby, people have stories. People have stories. Yeah, see, Mimi has been through so much. I remember her on the Scientology interview and was like, wow, so much trauma she has experienced, and she looks and lives so gracefully. That's what somebody said the other day. I can't remember who it was, and maybe y'all have seen the video. Um, that I think part of the reason why, oh, let me go. I think, did I save it? This woman on TikTok was saying how, did I save the video? I'm really bad at saving stuff on TikTok. Hopefully I saved it. Let's cross our fingers and see. But she was saying, because all the stuff that's going on with the politics and stuff like that, little Duval came out and said, now black women are about to really feel it. They about to really see what's happening. What you talking about? What? They about to really feel it. They about to see what we talking about. As if like you want black women to have this awful life experience. And with all the things like based on social currency and social hierarchy, and based on believing in the illusion of white supremacy, the in a hierarchy, if you are following in a part of that system, then white male heterosexual Christian able-bodied thin people are the ones that are high on the social totem pole. So as a melanated person or a non-white person, that automatically takes you out of that group. Being a woman automatically takes you out of that group. Being queer automatically takes you out from that group. Being black takes you out from that group. What's the irony is, a lot of black people don't understand that, especially black men, they since they're one step away from the perceived power that this white male has, the daddy, right? That they've been calling him. Mel Gibson called it daddy too, the patriarchy. And so that is the tenets of the patriarchy, right? So when anything outside of that is, lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So you're a black female person, you're effectively lower on the totem pole, the social totem pole. But because black women don't look like they're on the bottom of the totem pole, there's this focus on wanting to humble black women so desperately because we don't look like we're on this lower rung of the social totem pole. So there's groups of black men who are always wanting to position themselves as, let me humble these women because they've been through so much, but they don't look like they've been through so much. They have changed their social image from welfare queens in the early 80s to most educated, most home builders, most enrolled. How does that happen? But still, you have a group of these men who want to humble black women. Oh, I didn't save it. Is there a way that you can see what, like a history of what you looked at on oh, maybe I liked it. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Normally, I try to let black individuals be super motherfuckers in peace, but when I saw this tweet from Lil Duval, I had to address it because y'all want to humble black women so bad. With all of the motherfucking shit that's going down, with the assault on black people, not just black women, be very clear, from Donald Trump and these Republicans, y'all gotta try to make black women out to be the villain. Like black women need to learn some kind of motherfucking lessons. You mean the black women, there were 92% who voted for Kamala Harris so that this shit doesn't motherfucking happen? We need to find out something that we haven't already motherfucking known for centuries.
Okay. The tweet from Little Duval. This is Reese Colbert. Some of you probably follow her on TikTok. Little Duval tweeted, "This new reality gon' hit black women more than anybody. Cause black men been knew this shit ain't fair out here." This is a man talking to women like y'all about to find out because it ain't been fair for us. But you about to find out. We been knew this shit ain't fair out here, but still we're on so many platforms talking about the direction you wanted to go. Girl, okay. We been knew shit ain't fair out here, but now they are about to face it. These are your leaders. So she cusses his ass out really good. Here, let her finish.
Fuck. But let me read what he said. Y'all can judge it for yourself. He said, this new reality gonna hit black women more than anybody because black men been knew this shit ain't fair out here, but now they about to find out. What the fuck has been fair for black women? Since when? But you know what? I figured out what the real motherfucking problem is. The real problem is that we don't look like what we've been through. And that eats y'all up inside. Those of you who hate us so fucking bad, hate your mamas, your sisters, your nieces, your cousins, the women you lay down with, y'all really hate them. And you hate yourself. But you really mad because we don't look like what we've been through. I can list out all the fucked up statistics and we still don't look it. We still look fly. We still are unbothered. We're still living our life. We're still having brunch. We're still having tea. We're still popping bottles. We're still getting passport stamps. We're still getting jobs. We're still getting degrees. We're still buying houses. We're still getting married. As much as you try to make it seem like we ain't nobody want no motherfucking black woman, that's still happening, bitch. And you're fucking mad because while we're doing that, then the most mad hater ass among you are getting left the fuck behind. Or you gotta pay the trick. And that's the only time somebody will give you the motherfucking time of day. Or you ain't got tricking money, so ain't nobody looking your punk ass way. So take all that fucking bitter ass energy that you have, take all that plotting on the downfall of black woman energy, and motherfucking help yourself. How about that? And go fucking heal, bitch. You're gonna need it in Donald Trump's America. And while you're doing that, leave us the fuck out of your stupid ass mouth.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
Normally, I try to live.
She cussed his ass out real good. I didn't have to say nothing. She let little giraffe knees know about himself, didn't she? It's a lot of comments. They always try to humble us, but they can't. Facts. Lost my job January 3rd as a CPA for an engineering firm. Have 6 job offers currently. Don't know which one I'm going to accept. A couple men in my life started hating. I've never seen someone cuss someone out so properly and demurely. We don't look like what we've been through. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And then that's why they try to come for how you present yourself with your hair and your lashes and your nails and your outfits and stuff. They hate it because, like, even there are some dudes that even they will tell you that you're faking your happiness, especially if they don't see a man in proximity. They will accuse you of being inauthentic with your happiness. You're not happy. You can't be happy. There's not a man around you stressing you out, giving you cortisol face, girl, having you all swollen, looking like you a damn alcoholic, have that alcoholic swollen water retention face. Girl, give me a break. Absolutely not. Excuse me, does he not know we suffered? And but then this is where you have to be careful. Where, as I was explaining the social hierarchy, I don't subscribe to it, right? That's a system that I actually observe. I don't participate in. So when you observe the social hierarchy, you see what is supposed to be in an illusion, what is supposed to be at the top, and everything else it from down there. If you're a woman, you're automatically out of there, right? Because the first thing is male, white. You black, you out of there, right? But no one, there are so many women who want to argue to keep that position that you like, repeating that Malcolm X quote, stop arguing to maintain a position in society because you will get to keep it. Keep arguing for the position, right? I had to get on somebody the other day for describing themselves as a minority, as a minor, someone who can't give consent, right? And being mindful of the words that we are socialized to use to describe who you are in this society. You're not a minority, because only in America where it looks like that, but on a global scale, we are a global community. We are like this. TikTok has shown you that. We are like this now globally. Globally, white people are the minority. They do not make up the majority of people. In the United States, they do. But when you keep saying the words, I'm a minority, you're a minor, you can't give consent. You have to, but you understand, well, those are the words that you have been given to use to describe your position in this society. Do you think you're going to get to keep it? Just like the activists, the black activists running around yelling, no justice, no peace. What do you think you're going to get in unison? Also, those same group of people understand, because they're so holy in the church, they understand that there's power in the tongue, but yet and still they get people in mass screaming, chanting, no justice, no peace. What do you think you're going to get? No justice, no peace. What do you think you're going to get? But you've been socialized to believe like, oh, this is what I have to scream in order to get the thing that I want. And for me, I feel like that's just another way to keep people in a this cycle that keeps happening, because we keep repeating the same thing, keep moving in the same way. There's no reason why Al Sharpton should have been in front of Costco getting people to consume more and in bulk as an answer to the administration. Girl, what? That doesn't make sense. But again, the way that people have been socialized to speak about themselves, right? Black women running around saying, we're the most disrespected and we're the most this, like repeating that Malcolm X quote with some type of pride. No, all you're doing is maintaining that energy coming to you as a group of people. Stop reiterating things that you don't want to be a reality. And then you're reiterating them in unison, effectively chanting. Doesn't your Bible tell you there is power in the tongue? So I'm not sure why, right? Typically, Christian-led groups of activists are yelling, because for me, I feel like they need for it to be no justice and no peace in order for them to keep their jobs. But that's another story. Like, I feel like some people want to fight to maintain a quote lower position in a social totem pole, because otherwise they wouldn't have anything to quote fight for. But that's just me. That's why I don't like to talk about these things, because I have a totally different view. I'm an observer. I'm an observer of the thing. And when you keep yelling, oh, we're minorities, a minor cannot give consent. You are saying that you're a minority? No, we're just saying we're a minority in this United States. Okay, well, stop saying that, because words really truly mean things. Because they're the power structure. They don't have any power. That is an illusion. And if you're like literally participating in a game that keeps them at a certain position and keeps you at a certain position. And it's like you keep playing this game, and it's really a toxic relationship. Stop saying the things that you are the most disrespected. There's no justice, no peace. We're the minority. Those are things that if you keep saying them collectively, you're going to keep getting more of that. There is power in the tongue. It is. It pains me to see women repeat that so much. And there's this other thing that's going around where you are comparing what is happening to Adolf, right? You're comparing what's happening to Adolf. Adolf got the idea for what he did from America. Yes. So while you think, oh, they're getting their ideas from what happened. Do you remember before the Holocaust, there was slavery, right? There were enslaved people. Do you know that Adolf got his idea to do what he did to Jewish people from America? He used the system of chattel slavery as a blueprint for what happened in the Holocaust. So while you're comparing what's happening here, no, he copied what happened here prior to. So keep that in mind too. So I don't like to talk about these things because I really have a different perspective, and I don't like to talk about it because it's I always hear a reiteration of this lower level type of positioning that people put themselves in. And it's unfortunate. That's why I have to get out of here because I honestly feel that if I were to take a something like a camera in the atmosphere and in space and then like focused it on North America over the United States, I truly honestly feel there's just like a black layer, a black cloud layer. I feel like the system of America is so disgustingly flawed that, and the fact that no one is talking about deconstructing the Constitution, first of all, to make it harder to become the president. It's so easy to become the president of the United States. It makes it easy for a mediocre person with money to get in there, right? Ironically, while we strip away diversity, equity, and inclusion, you give positions of power to mediocre people who don't have the experience. And those people typically look like a white, male, heterosexual, Christian, able bodied. I would say thin, but is shaped like a triangle. But you understand where I'm going. Ironically, it allows mediocrity to get in positions of power. Ironically, we're going to go on merit. Well, if we were to go on merit, half of you motherfuckers wouldn't be in positions. So that's all I have to say about that. I think I'm done talking about that. Maybe we'll talk about something else, because I just want to be mindful of just the way that you talk when you're in these comment section, reiterating things that have power and have meaning. And it's like, well, that's what we have to call ourselves because we're not the majority in this country. Okay, but you're not a minority. When I hear people describe themselves as a minority, since I was little, I've always thought it was weird. I'm like, a minor, like minority, less than. And then not only are they telling you you're less than, but then also telling you because your skin color you're less than. They tell you your population per capita. They tell you you're less than per capita. They tell you you're less than because you're a woman. They tell you you're less than because you're melanated. They tell you you're less than because you're not heterosexual. They tell you you're less than because you're fat. They tell you you're less than. They keep telling you you're less than, and it's just like, if you agree, I feel like when you reiterate it, you agree with it, unless you really take, like, that is why I was so careful in describing it, because I don't believe that. I don't hold the truth. I don't hold that truth. So many women hold the truth. They feel like it is a truth for them that Black women are the most this and the most that and the most this and the most that. And if you hold that as a truth, understand that is the energy that you are going to attract to you. Like, honestly, truly, for real. And it's not so old moonbeam crystals and whatever. It is the truth. Energy is not, you cannot deny that. That is undeniable. I don't give a fuck what book you read, what book you practice, what religion you practice. Energy is undeniable. Undeniable. And when you give energy to things, it comes back. It really comes back to you. And it doesn't die. It just transfers. And you keep reiterating. And if you're in the comments saying, Black women are the most disrespected, Black women are the most whatever. No, stop saying that. Stop saying it. Stop calling yourself a minority. Minors can't give consent. Like, words mean things. Find another word to describe your position here. Maybe actually say it. We are comprised of 13% of the population. Stop saying, because all you're doing is encouraging it and giving life to them being, and ironically, that's the reason why all this stuff is happening, so that they can maintain their, here, this is it. Here, let me find it for you. So they can maintain their social position in this country, because when you expand your perspective, they are not the majority. But everybody under this fucking system in America are like, we're minorities. We're minorities. You're not. You're not a minority. We are a global community. You're not they are the minority. They are the minority. And that's why they running around scared the way that they are. That's why they don't want women to have abortions, because they're industrialized, fucked up nation with their fucked up food supply, their fucked up environment, their fucked up education system, their fucked up energy systems. Everything about this motherfucker is fucked up. But if you let somebody else read the brochure, they'll think that this is the land of the free and the home of the brave, and it's not. It's the home of the enslaved. The country with the most laws has the less freedom, lesser freedom. Laws governing people's bodies, that's not freedom. But let somebody on the outside read the fucking brochure for this place, they think this is motherfucking Disneyland, bitch. The only country on the fucking globe without universal health care with the highest mortality rate. Where is Luigi? Girl, where is he? Let me find that thing that I wanted to. Oh, here it is. Here.
Probably.
Listen to this.
Europeans have probably, on a per capita basis, killed more than anybody else. But
Europeans on a per capita basis have probably killed more than anybody else. Let them tell it. Black on black crime. Black on black crime. You cannot use the most violent people in human history as a standard for anything. But in this country, that's the standard. White, male, heterosexual, Christian, thin, able-bodied person. Right? They are the most violent group of people in human history. And you're using them as a measurement for how to show up. You're even playing respectability politics for these motherfuckers. And they will have you thinking in this motherfucking country, black on black crime is the problem. Girl, that's fake. That shit is a lie. The truth is, them motherfuckers have killed more people in human history than any group of people.
because they were technologically more advanced.
Where does gunpowder come from? It comes from China.
Europeans have probably, on a per capita basis, killed more than anybody else, but because they were technologically more advanced.
Where does gunpowder come from? It comes from China. It's just that Western civilization took things from people. And I think when you get to older civilizations, they become more benevolent. They don't hang on to things like genetics as much. They understand how experience changes you.
Base them on facts instead. That's essential.
But what I find interesting is you're so into facts and you're so into science, but then you supported Donald Trump, right?
Well, that's a whole different question. That's a whole different subject. Let's get back to.
But I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If you were to deport all illegal immigrants, if you were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims, all of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I'm not gonna let you. I'll put a link to it. That's Eddie Wang. He's a chef, a Korean chef. and he was interviewing Jared. What's his name? Jared. He's a white nationalist. I forget his name. Jared something. He's a white nationalist. The reason why that man is in office is so that because he's such a try hard and he wants to be included on things and he just wants his signature on things. But whatever these motherfuckers want, he can be bought, and so he will do it to slow the dispossession of them as a fake ass power structure. I need for y'all to get it the fuck together, girl. Get it together. I'm out of here though. But it is what it is. Yes, Jules speaks on her viral fight with Kania Dinar. Says she will never let anyone disrespect her without consequences, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Let's see what else. It's not very much else, but it's all political theater, and I think I've had enough of that. I'm just here to remind you to protect your energy. Don't get wrapped up in bullshit. And when you are wrapped up in the bullshit, don't reiterate things that don't serve you. Do not reiterate things that don't serve you. Speak clearly and speak and understand that when you are claiming these things and repeating these things, it will come to pass. Y'all always talking about manifesting and this and that, but be mindful of the stuff that is coming out of your mouth and where you position yourself in this society. If you are going to stay in this society, you got to be mindful of that. There's no way that you should accept the illusion of white supremacy. There's no way that you should accept it at all. Don't accept that shit. Anyways, I gotta go. Fuck little Duval and his little giraffe knees, little knobby knee bitch. I gotta go, y'all. But protect yourself, Like, I know that some of you are not able to stay out of the political conversations, but just like really protect your energy with that because, I mean, you've already lived through it before. So you should know how to approach it. You've seen the board. It's not going to be different. It's never different. It's Sicilic. It's never going to be different. It's going to be the same shit. So you know the board. You've seen the board. You've played the game before. You've seen the board. Move accordingly. That's all I got to say is you know the board. You've seen the board. Do not allow yourself to get wrapped up in this stuff where you actually said, remember, we're just staying quiet. We're minding our business, right? We're minding our business. So keep that in mind. Don't get wrapped up in the BS. All right, I got to go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments.